Hi guys, this is Androidpipe.com and I'm here with the final review of the Modern Combat 5 Blackout title. It comes from Gameloft. As far as I know, the production was based in Bucharest and Gameloft Bucharest took all the heavy load of the work. We're starting right with the campaign mode. So Modern Combat 5 was launched on July 24th. It came on Android earlier, on July 23rd. It's a first-person shooter and I'm playing it on the OnePlus One handset, a 5.5-inch phone. That costs $300. The game costs $7, and aside from the occasional crash, it's a perfect first-person shooter. Many people have called it the Call of Duty of mobile, and they're right to do that. It's a fantastic experience that's very nicely played on the small screen and on the larger screen as well. A lot of stuff has improved from Modern Combat 4, including the handling of weapons, the targeting, and the graphics, obviously. Plus everything is more fun, and there are those quick time events like this one here that pretty much remind me of console games. So I have to do a gesture like this. The music is pretty dramatic. I like the music from the first mission in Venice very much. It actually had the Metal Gear Solid vibe, which is a huge compliment. Okay, so we have to deal with a bunch of guys shooting here. I can take another weapon with a higher fire rate, and I can throw a grenade. By the way, these on-screen buttons can be repositioned if you don't like how they're set up. Then we got this virtual thumbstick to move around. We got a crouch button so you can aim better. We got a scope button, a grenade button. We can swap weapons. We can swipe on the weapon in order to change a mag, or we can swipe on it to move to the pistol. So I'm feeling cool right now. That's how I'm going to roll and use a pistol. As you can see, the graphics are stunning, and these guys just came up. I used the pistol and made some victims. Once the screen gets red, you know what follows. The mission has failed and you're dead. Took too much liberty with that pistol. By the way, this is one of the latest missions I've played. It's quite a hard one. You'll go to Venice, you'll go to Tokyo, and you get to play as Agent Phoenix, the main character. The game is called Modern Combat 5 Blackout because Tokyo suffers a blackout because of terrorists, hackers, and all that, and you have to make sure everything goes back to normal. There are car pursuits here. You'll have a boat at some point, you'll shoot at a helicopter, you can change weapons, add attachment to weapons, and there are several character classes: heavy, assault, sniper, and recon. You'll see those a bit later. As I said, I'm very happy with the graphics and the sound. The lines of the characters don't sound cheesy anymore. The dialogue is pretty well written, and the action is very fast paced, sometimes too fast paced. Some missions will last as little as 3 minutes or so. Okay, so we're on top of a car right now, we're controlling a gun. I remember this mission being very hard, so don't be mad if I get killed really fast. Some people may say that the level of difficulty of this game is high. Well, it's not. It's actually challenging in a good way. It's not frustrating, it simply makes you think and find a better way to surpass your opponents. In this case, it's pretty much chaos as you try to shoot a gun from a moving car. It's a pretty impossible task. It probably mimics real-life conditions that mercenaries have to face. Okay, so I destroyed the vehicle. More trouble coming my way. As I said, this was one of the very hard missions that I have to play over and over and over again. Now drones have come up. This game actually uses modern technology, including drones, including all sorts of little gadgets that you can place, stuff like turrets. Okay, so now I'm going to enter a building, smash some glass, pretty nice effects. Very nice lighting in this game. Usually titles that try to hide their weaknesses will use shadows. Gameloft did not fear using light, so much of the actions happen during daylight, and they use no gimmick to hide any defects. All the action happens in Japan, or at least most of it, some of it in Italy, in San Marco, in Venice, and other cool places where we're being hunted by helicopters. So I just pulled another headshot, and I had to get rid of that last car, and that was a slow motion effect. That was pretty cool. And another enemy. This one gets closer and rams me. Another headshot. The good thing about these chases is the fact that we don't have any problem with overheating of the turret. And I just got shot with an RPG, fell to the floor, but as far as I know, the mission is won. We actually got a golden rating because we did some headshots, disabled 3 drones, so I would say we're doing quite well. Obviously, we have multiplayer available here, but I promise to show you character classes. It's a very complex game. It's not a mindless first-person shooter. It's a game that really involves a solid load of work. So the guys of Gameloft really worked on it. We have new unlockables. Let's go back here, go to the loadout, and check out the classes. This is the assault guy, the heavy guy with big armor, the recon with lighter armor and lighter weapons, and the sniper. And we also have abilities. So I have 2 SP available, and I can spend these points on abilities. And I just exited the game by mistake. Let's go back. Okay, so the technician and the heavy, each of them can be equipped and each of them can register a weapon change. So this guy, the heavy guy, uses a bunch of shotguns, while let's see what the other ones use. I have to say I'm pretty fond of the assault guy. Okay, so assault, equipping, he has a lot of cool weapons like the compact, the U-Fire, and my favorite, the Chartec, that has a pretty strange way of firing. It's pretty slow motion firing, so to say, and you can add this attachment like a grip, the red dot, sound suppressor, and extra mag if needed. Then there's the secondary weapon, in this case a pistol. You can also add a standard muzzle for it, some other pistols to unlock as you progress. As far as I know, in order to unlock a new gun, you have to perfect your usage of the current gun and get more kills with it. This is my main account, my weapons, the medals I got, my kill signs. You can choose a new mascot, change its logo, and now let's actually do a crazy little multiplayer. So you can do a free-for-all, VIP, squad battle, team battle, capture the flag, and maybe let's try a team battle this time. It's very easy to find the battle here. There are lots of players, lots of servers, and there's a smart way of actually getting to know all the segments of the game. The folks of Gameloft overlapped some missions with single player mode with the multiplayer ones and the spec ops. In order to progress to further missions, you have to go to multiplayer missions and spec ops. You cannot avoid them, so you're forced to play multiplayer even if you don't want it, if you want to progress. For example, you have to complete about 3 or 4 multiplayer missions in order to advance to chapter 3, so that's cool. Okay, it's a team battle. We're down 4 frags. I'm on the blue team, I'm on a rooftop, and these guys are really going at it. I remember this map as being foggy, so I just threw a grenade. It exploded near me, not the best strategy. I see this guy, he's on my team, and I just got killed. You have to wait about 4 or 5 seconds to be deployed again, and respawn, and start looking for trouble. I have to say I'm not very good at this, the multiplayer mode, especially on this map. I quite hate this map. Frankly speaking, I prefer the ones in towns. So I just shot a guy from behind, which is not pretty cool, but his teammates assassinated me in revenge. Many players like this weapon, the U-Fire gun. They're so fond of it. It's probably a very good gun. I like this one, the Chartec. Okay, so let's follow this guy. In this map, everyone stays on the roof. They're crazy about the roof. And they use the fog and go mad from there. You just throw a grenade. With a bit of luck, I'll do an explosive kill or die myself. So it's a very fun game to play. It's no wonder it's been called the Call of Duty of mobile. Frankly speaking, I had just a bit more fun in Modern Combat 4 in multiplayer, if I remember well. It's probably because I played it on a tablet, you know, bigger screen, easier to use. This time I'm using a phone, not as easy to handle. Yet again assassinated from behind. That's the problem with the multiplayer. Some guys have probably spent a few dollars to upgrade themselves or probably finish the game. So they're even using airstrikes now. By the way, you can also take the weapon that the enemies leave behind, so you can change your weapon even if it's not in your class range. Okay, so I see a little guy here, several enemies here, and I just changed mag exactly when I wanted to kill a guy. Pretty frustrating. As I said, multiplayer is not my strong point, although I have achieved several nice things in multiplayer. At some point I even scored about 11 or 13 kills during a fight. Check out this guy, he's standing around doing nothing, teammate of mine, hoping to take advantage of some other people's skills. Okay, maybe I can actually get a frag in this section. The battles are quite short, they're about 6 minutes in length, they're a bit frustrating. And by the way, I forgot to mention one thing, your health will regenerate in this game automatically. And I got killed again. Okay, so frustrating. However, the game is very fun to play. Aside from a few random crashes, it's perfect. Excellent graphics, excellent audio, very good story, nice quick time events, fast-paced gameplay, and fun multiplayer. So here at Androidpipe.com, we're giving it a pretty high grade of 10 out of 10. It's a very solid game that competes for the title of Game of the Year for now. One last attempt at a frag. And a kill is gone. Okay, so 10 out of 10 at Androidpipe.com for the game Modern Combat 5 Blackout. Bye bye.